right? Which has, given that the prior administration in the U.S. was so anti-crypto, it was kind of a welcome relief. But going forward, my hope is that both whoever is in power in the United States would be just recognizing you can't uninvent this technology. It's going to clearly exist. We should just have a clear set of regulatory frameworks to make sure it's done in a trusted way. And then hopefully, the U.S. has an interest in having these companies built in the U.S. for economic reasons and soft power reasons, just like I think India should have the same goal. Certainly, China has their own motives here. Like they certainly recognize the power of blockchain, and they've actually digitized the renminbi and made it like a central bank digital currency, which allows them to have more control over the population. So the people in China actually love crypto. The government is nervous about it. So I think in democracies around the world, like crypto will flourish.
Is there anything interesting you've learned about politics?
Oh, sure. Lots of things. I mean, so I'm an engineer by background. So I never really had any interest in government. And my simple assumption as a young entrepreneur was that, as long as I just follow the law, I don't have to interface with the government at all. Like I just don't have to spend any time on that because I just follow the law. Obviously, it's very simple. Well, it turns out if you're building in a new area, the law is oftentimes unclear. And if your company gets big enough, you will eventually intersect with government. Even if you have no interest in the government will eventually develop an interest in you. And
that's true everywhere in the world.
Totally, yeah. And so I was very naive on this, I would say. And at a certain point, my board started coaching me and they're like, okay, we're at that point now. You might want to start to go to DC and these different, meet with the government in different countries where we're operating all over the world and begin to develop a relationship and at the minimum, become an educational resource, right? And just put on a suit and be presentable and make sure you develop these relationships. Now, we started doing that. And I couldn't really tell if it was accomplishing anything. And it wasn't until in the US, in the last administration, the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, who is this, kind of figure that polarizing figure.
You sued them and you won.
We did. We sued the SEC. We won. I'm glad you know that. Thank you. That was very...
No, it's a very inspiring thing. I hope more people can do that across the world in different ways.
Well, you have to be... Yeah, it's very contrarian as a public company CEO to sue your regulator. Most people told me don't do that. That was a bad idea. And I think in general that's true. You shouldn't do it unless it's existential and you're right, which we happen to be in this case. If we had capitulated, it would have probably spelled the end of the crypto industry in the United States. So we took a stand, sued them, and we did eventually win.
I think we have to take a break.
Sure.
And after the break, maybe we can get I'm going to add two friends who know more about